I figured it's about time that we debunk Mercury in retrograde as this horrible, looming, pending doom and embrace it for all of the opportunities that Mercury and retrograde brings. So just so you know, Mercury goes into retrograde. It looks like it's going backwards, but it's really just stationed in it appears to be going backwards. Other planets go into retrograde, and clearly Mercury has a better publicist than the other planets, because the one that we know about the most and seemingly affects us all in one way, shape, or form is Mercury in retrograde. So here is the good and the bad. So the bad, or at least what we have taken on as the bad, is you do not sign contracts, that communication breakdowns happen, and more importantly, technology breaks down. And this is true. So Mercury is the planet of communication, hence communication breaks down, and our portals to communicate breaks down. So the RX, the prescription, always is back up your computer, your phone, all of your devices. Make sure that you are charged at all times. Your batteries are full. It's really a seasonal opportunity. You know how you're supposed to check your fire alarms at the turn of the equinoxes, the batteries in your smoke alarms and your gas alarms. Well, this is kind of the universe saying the same thing. Back up your computer, clean up your hard drives, clean up your phone, maybe delete some of those files or old projects that you're no longer working on, clear space for what's next and new. So when we look at it that way, it is that reminder to back our stuff up and to reflect. So my friend Jess Prestia put a beautiful bow on this and call it the relationships. So relationships you can take a deeper cut at. You can take more time in communicating, in deepening, in opening up your vulnerability and intimacy. It is a time to relax, to lessen the foot on the accelerator. Go with the flow a little more. Communication may break down. Say somebody texts you and you have a reaction to it. The opportunity is to relax, take a minute, and then respond. So it's slow it down. Don't just motor through, but relax and respond as opposed to reacting and powering through. Also, what happens in Mercury retrograde, and this happens a lot for me, is old relationships will resurface. They may have unfinished business. I have a lot of old loves or love interests or people that have been in my life resurface and express their feelings. I do the same to others in this time, right? Maybe something wasn't communicated or expressed at the time. Maybe it was too heated or too potent and needed some space. And that may be the last retrograde, it may be the last year, or maybe 10 years ago. I have a cycle where people come back into my life. So there will be resurfacing, but not only in our relationships, but also in projects. So maybe you had a book that you were writing, or a project, something you were working on, a painting, some expression of yourself, maybe a podcast you wanted to do, and you'd put it on the shelf and life got in the way. This is the time for that to resurface, to open that up and explore. Mercury retrograde is a great time for creativity, for slowing down and expression and exploring different areas of our life that maybe have atrophied or that we don't work on a day-to-day basis. Maybe you're business, but there's a part of you that is also creativity. So revisit those old projects, maybe going through your closet, your file cabinet, pulling out old books that you meant to read or that it's time to revisit. So it is a reflective period. It is an opportunity to heal old wounds, to deepen relationships, and just relax. If somebody is late, this is a time when you can go, cool, be safe getting here. That's the response in that time. So I hope this was helpful to take a little of the sting out of Mercury in retrograde. If you're not already following us on every platform, it's Goddess Process on every platform. And I am Amber J. Lawson, the founder of Goddess Tribe, the Signature Spark program, and the Women on Fire. And I hope you'll join us for the next one. Until then,